Wow. With that, I'm just gonna start because I feel like it. And hi. So I'm gonna play a little bit more Ape Escape today. I started the morning. So I took a personal day today at work because I just kind of didn't fucking feel like it. And it's been a minute. I've been pretty good about not calling in for some time now. I know like the bar is on the floor when it comes to that sort of thing. But like I do genuinely believe that you should be allowed to take like a personal day every once in a while and not really have any specific reason for it. Um so that was kind of my mentality. Um Kind of just like coming into this morning. And I didn't sleep well necessarily or anything like that either. So it's not like I was just like completely like, well, I'm feeling good, time to call off of work. But also like I think I am within my rights to do that if I can afford to every once in a while, and want to. And I think everybody should take a personal day every once in a while, if they're able to. So today's my personal day. Um, so anyway, I think I'm gonna play a little Ape Escape. I just have to open the correct thing, which is not the PS2 one. What is this shit called? Duck Station? Yes, Duck Station. Um, let's see, load state. I should be able to switch over. Gaming. Make sure that that's showing up properly, which it's not. Dock station. There it goes. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna play a little Ape Escape today. I don't really have a whole lot else to really go over necessarily. I did a lot of talking last time, just kind of about personal life stuff, and that sort of thing. And thankfully, I don't have a whole lot of news. I may have mentioned at some point, that I started seeing a new therapist. So what kind of ended up happening with my last therapist, is that, so like she went off network, which was really like, I rely on my insurance to be able to pay for like any mental health help. So her going off network was like kind of a big deal. I had been with this therapist for a while. It's gonna take me a minute to get like back into the controls of this game too. I got that Final Fantasy XIV brain, so like adjusting is always effort after coming from that. So she went off network, and I was kind of like shit out of luck. Like, okay, I either start with a new therapist entirely, come here, bitch. Or I pay, her out-of-network pay, which was about $150 a session, which I absolutely can't afford. I was paying $25 a session before, so that's like a significant jump. So I had sufficed to like just not go to therapy for a while, and I thought like, you know what, I'm doing okay, I don't need to go to therapy for a little bit, whatever, not a big deal. And that's like the wrong takeaway. Oop, get out of here. I do think every single person on Earth who can afford it should see a therapist. Bro's got a gun. Oh shit, bro's got a gun. How do I switch? How do I switch? There we go. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, I do think that, like, if you have the means to, especially if you're on health insurance in some capacity and it covers mental health care, then you should definitely consider seeing a therapist. It's just good for you. And, like, I know, like, everybody's gonna say this and all of that, but, like, literally, like, every single person on Earth benefits from seeing a therapist. So all of that to say, I thought that I was better than that. I thought that I didn't need to see a therapist. And I was, like, done and I had graduated and all of that shit. And that is just, like, not how that works, actually. Especially, like, given my, like, specific mental health condition, which we don't need to go into excruciating detail on. But that being said... Oh my god. Oh my god. This poor monkey. That being said, I did start with a new therapist. I was able to find a new one that practiced the style of therapy I need, which there are different types. So the style of therapy I specifically sought was dialectical behavioral therapy. So DBT, not CBT, not cock and ball torture. Although that could fix me. That could fix me. But anyway, oh, did I come from this way? I hear a monkey. I hear monkey. Where's monkey? Monkey. Okay. Where is this monkey? He's close enough for me to detect him. Oh, here, let me move my mouse. I mean, me playing on legitimate hardware, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, so new therapist has been going well. I've only gone for a couple of sessions so far, but really interesting thing is now, because I'm kind of like reassessing myself, my sense of self, my gender status, all of these things. I got to talk about my Final Fantasy XIV character at therapy, which is so embarrassing. It's literally like one of the most. It's like talking about your like fucking like D&D character and how like your D&D character validates your identity and shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm such a fucking dork. I know that this is, like, part of the thing, like, you just kind of get over it, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But it's still, like, just kind of mortifying to be in, like, that setting and being like, yeah, so, like, this, like, fictional man is making me feel really good about myself. Like, it's embarrassing. Anyway, so... that's been kind of my last few days. I do therapy on Mondays, so typically these days, like these Mondays... Okay, where the fuck is this ape? Where is he? He's like right here. Oh, he's down in this. I see. Bro, I'm saving your life. Bro was stuck in the ice. So, yeah, Mondays lately I've been actually really enjoying because I will go to my therapy session at around noon. I'm off Monday, Tuesday of every week. So... I'll go to my therapy session, and then afterward I'll go and, like, I've been hanging out with my friend Jay, and because he lives, like, literally right next to, where I go for therapy, which is ironically where I used to live, and then I moved farther away from these places. Okay, this is the glider, right? This has got to be the glider. Yes. This thing. This is, like, imperative to maneuvering this game. Um, so like that's been really good. I have been trying to like help him with a couple of things like in his like personal financial situation, stuff like that. And we've just been like hanging out afterward. And that's been like really nice. Um, so Mondays have been like kind of peak for me, not gonna fucking lie. Okay, let's see. God, this fucking... Why... This song reminds me of Neon White. Which I know is, like, crazy. Drum and bass reminds me of drum and bass? That's nuts. Neon White's good as hell. It's one of those games that, like, I never played myself. I watched a friend at the time play it. But really, really, really enjoyed watching them play it. Just a really cool game. This is the saddest thing in this game, is this little picture of the two monkeys. Like, they're literally in love and I separated them. I sent them to, like, the time station or whatever. The plot of this game is twisted because, like I was saying last time, it's like taking away their intelligence. Like, you're taking their people helmets off to, like, make them dumb again after they've seen the world in, like, the lens of a smart person. I think that that's kind of messed up. Okay. So, yeah. I've decided today is just going to be my chillin' day. I'm going to do a little spring cleaning on my computer. Do a little ape escape. I'll probably go for about an hour and a half or so, right up until around lunchtime. At least that's my thought. I figure I'll go up until lunchtime, get some lunch, walk the dog, do all of that good stuff. That's scary. So, honestly glad I called off of work today. I just did not fucking feel like it. Like, yesterday, I was kind of hungover yesterday. And it made it, like, just, like, a really miserable day off because I had a headache the entire time. As it goes with hangovers. It was a weed hangover, which I don't know if, like, people have less experience with weed hangovers, 100%. It's definitely more bearable than, like, an alcohol-related hangover. But still, like, just kind of miserable. You're kind of, like, stuck in, like, weed limbo, where you're, like, a little bit, you're, like, a little bit high still, but you also have, like, a terrible migraine. I definitely don't, like, recommend it if it can be avoided. I'm not gonna take the raft. You're supposed to take the raft to avoid the jellyfish shocking you, but, like, let's be fucking honest, I don't care. Ooh. Okay, I just need to curl up. Will he give up? Did he give up? Easy. Easy level. Oh my god, that's it? But yeah, I got some coffee, I ran out of hot chocolate to put in my coffee, which is kind of a huge bummer, but I think I will live. I do have chocolate syrup. Can you believe I used to be able to drink my coffee black? I simply cannot do that. It never tasted good to me. Like, I know some people who are like, oh yeah, I drink my coffee black and it's great. And I'm like, no. Not I. Typically with my coffee endeavors, I will make about half a cup, fill the second half of the cup with my fixings, such as milk and chocolate and cream and all of those, sugar, etc. Now this level I remember being kind of a pain in the ass. There's some technical moves that it wants you to do that I remember being a little challenging. Oh, a bear. I think I can just avoid the bear? No. Okay. This is scary. Can you just beat this up? Oh, I see. Of course I'm supposed to smack the fucking shit out of the polar bear. Why not? Oh my god, this place is fucking teeming with polar bears. Scary for Spike, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, at least there's only one door here. Bro, fuck off. Lately, in terms of, like, activities I've been doing, I started New Game Plussing through Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Turns out that I basically, like, have such a bad memory that I don't remember most of the things that happened in Shadowbringers. Even though Shadowbringers is, like, incredibly iconic and, like, formative for me. One of the best expansions that they have, like, ever come out with. Which is well known and well documented. And I forget most of it. So I've been playing it again. Really, really enjoying my time with it. Just, like, genuinely having a good time. And I've just been kind of, like, kicking that around in my free time. I'll usually just, like, get a little high and do that. And it's been nice. So, also this was my long weekend, which makes it kind of incredibly insidious that I decided to choose today to call off, because now I've been off for 5 days. But hey, look, like, it's my life, it's my money, I do what I want, baby. And who knows? Maybe I'll go somewhere fun for lunch. Or maybe I'll just make chicken. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I remember this being particularly tricky. Let's get rid of Monkey Radar for right now. Oh. What did I just fucking do? There we go. There's a level later on, and I sort of mentioned this about, like, how this is one of my most nostalgic games. Ape Escape is... So, Ape Escape is one of those games that I, like, formed my entire personality out of for, like, at least a year or two of my child life. I definitely, like... I know I talked about kinning Spike, I kinned the monkeys. Okay. Jesus Christ. If you lapse literally at all, it's over. Okay. We might just cheat through this. We might just glider through it. Because the fucking... The hula hoop is a pain in the ass to navigate. It's one of the most inconvenient tools that you get in this game. Oops. Oh my god, I just tried to, like, Super Mario, like... Mario 64 jump to that ledge, like do the thing where he's like boom boom and then he like does a big jump forward or something like that. Mario 64 is actually Mario 64 is one of those games that I have zero nostalgia for. I was absolutely a PlayStation kid growing up. We we were eventually, I was able to save up a little bit of money doing, like, chores and, like, mowing the lawn and shit, like, that kind of money. I was able to save up a little bit to get an N64 later in my childhood life, and that's, I got it for Pokemon. I didn't give a fuck about Mario. I got, like, Pokemon Stadium and Hey You Pikachu. Am I stupid or what? I did get Paper Mario, and Paper Mario was chronologically my first Mario game ever. I think we had, like, rented Mario Party. Oh my god. But I never played, like, Mario Kart, I never played Mario 64, never played any of those. Which, playing, like, Ocarina of Time and, Mario 64, like, outside of their generational relevance, I feel like makes them, like, I don't know, like, they're kind of jank. Like, they're kind of jank as fuck to play whenever they're not, you know, it's not, like, the norm to have, like, weird control schemes like that. Oh my god, the way that thing takes damage. But, yeah, so I ended up playing those, like, much later in my life. Okay, bitch. So Ape Escape was kind of my, like, it was one of my, like, big games, along with, like, Crash 2 and stuff. Oh my god, the way I had to focus to do that. Obviously Crash 2 is one of my biggest games of all time. Everybody knows this about me. Oh, nice. Oh, the Spectre coin. Whatever.
You did great.
Thanks, girl. Oh, not another Jake fight. Okay. Maybe this will go better than last time.
Let's go!
Let's go! I might be quiet through this. If I'm, like, really trying to pay attention, we'll see. Fuck me, fuck me! Oh my god. You lose, bitch. Whatever. I don't care. You don't even have to do these. What the fuck ever. Like, I'm pretty sure I can just skip to the next zone. I think. Yeah. Okay. So, we're gonna go to
Spike.
this place. Not it being called Sushi Temple. These levels are cool, but, like, there's some problems with how it was localized. They kind of went for some, like, really stereotypical names and stuff. It's, like, not great. Let's see if I can get a few of them, if I remember them correctly. Yeah. Mara Lee. Like Marley? Oh, this guy's cool. Wow, look at all the apes. Oh! Bro's got hands. Okay, bitch. Oh my god, that pig is so cute. Speaking of pig, Big news, guys. Big news. The pig persona's coming back. Any ancient fans? Oh my god, I keep running into him whenever he's fucking attacking. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. Give me a cookie, bitch. Give me a cookie. Give me a cookie. Ugh, this bites. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring my pig persona back. I've been having some gender lately, in a way that's, like, kind of not very helpful to me. So basically, like, ever since reconnecting with my 14 character, I've been like, gosh, should I do kind of, like, see myself in this masculine form, and, like, I've been on testosterone for 10 years, and then I stopped in 22, but I can, like, still grow a beard, I can still, like, do all of the things that, like, I don't know, all of the changes that I wanted, like voice change and like facial hair and that sort of stuff, like that I wanted at the time, like all of that stays. The only real thing that like not actively being on T prevents is like additional body hair and like balding. And those are two things that I just don't care about. So I am kind of like cutting my losses here. I'm like, you know what? I sort of want to let my beard grow out a little bit. I sort of want to do that. I like how you can see, like, so this game has crazy bad draw distance, but they always let you, like, see the little monkey glow. He never saw it coming. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, I don't know. That's kind of been the vibe lately. I've just been like, maybe this is what I want to do. I could get into like the whole personal, like, how I got here in the first place. But I don't really need to like berate myself on stream. Because like I'm not very kind to myself when it comes to like the decisions that I've made regarding my like life and stuff. And I just know this about myself, so I'm just not even gonna bother, but you know, I am the sort of... Jesus Christ. I am gonna die. This monkey sucks dick, dude. I am the sort of person who, like, I try not to live with regret. Because, like, ultimately, when it comes to, like, decisions that you make in your life, you know, choices that you make, things like that. Where's this ape? There he is. I do not want to aggro you. Okay, cool. Alright, one more ape. Alright. Need to get up on the rafters. Yeah, I try not to live with regret, because I think that's, like, one of the worst things to possibly live with, is, like, the feeling that you should have done something differently, but you can't do anything about it now. Like, I think that's just miserable. So, I try to, you know, reconcile with the things that I've done in my life. You know, I've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. You know, but, you know, the things that I've done in my life, I've done for reasons, you know, that are, at least as far as I can think of, never, like, morally reprehensible. There have always been choices that I've made for myself, what I think is personally right for me. Sometimes I'm wrong, you know, and that's something that is okay. I think especially when it comes to personal identity, there's this concept that you have to know exactly who or what you are. And it's like, that's just not really how that goes. I think it's okay to experiment. Okay, how the fuck do I get up there? It's okay to experiment and explore your own identity. And that is going to look different for everybody. And so you just kind of make it a point to, like, not, you know, try not to judge yourself, because you wouldn't judge somebody else, you know. Or maybe if you would, that's something to to talk about. But, you know, like, try to live without regret and without judgment. And, you know, truthfully, I think it makes a huge difference. Like, just kind of moral principles I've been trying to uphold for myself. Which makes me sound really big, and I don't mean to. I'm just, you know, trying like everybody else. But, you know, I guess the way that I look at it with all of, like, the things going on in the world right now is, like, I have a choice to make choices. I have a choice to make the decisions that I want to. I have a choice to make a difference in my own life. And those are things that you can easily forget whenever you kind of get caught up in, like, the gloom and doom of, like, life's current, you know, the political climate and all of that, which I won't touch on again. But I think it's, like, it's nice knowing that, like, I do have control over the things that happen in my life. You know, I can make a difference in the things that I want to change. That's not always the case. There are some things I definitely want to change and I can't. But when it comes to, like, myself and how I see myself, how I want to be happy, those things, yeah, I can make a difference there. And I think you just kind of have to go through life realizing that you can change the things that you want to change. So that's kind of what I'm preaching right now. Easy level.
You did great.
Thanks. So yeah. So I guess something that my therapist has been kind of emphasizing is, like, you should just, not this being called Wabi Sabi Wall. That's so bad, dude. That's so bad. I can't help what this game does. I can't help it. I can't help its music. I'm sorry. Sorry about Ape Escape racism moment. Despite the stereotypical nature of this tune, it does kind of pop, so... so I'm not without sin either. Oh, okay. Well, that just happened. Yeah, so, I've really just been trying to focus on personal happiness, and I have been through enough at this point where I think it's something that I want for myself. And I'm just, like, tired of not living deliciously. I want to live deliciously. Okay. Ugh, the draw distance makes this very difficult to navigate these bigger levels. Alright, bud. You know, as a kid I thought this game was hard, but I think I might have just been a child. Because now it's piss fucking easy. And as usual, I have gotten back into my Final Fantasy XIV fishing endeavors. I never necessarily stopped, but I did kind of take a break when I stopped playing the game for a year. Oh. Not the monkeys being alert. Oh god. This is just a fucking free-for-all. Nice! Double monkey. I don't think I've ever gotten a double monkey before. Wonder if they can kill themselves with that. Okay. He fucking tricked me. And I mean, I'll be completely honest. I think one of life's greatest pleasures in my current life, one of life's greatest pleasures is just literally getting high. And you know what? You want to call that escapism? You'd be right. It is. And I think that's okay. You know, thank God this isn't the sort of drug that's like addictive per se. Let's see, I need slingshot. Oh no, what's this? I don't have any moderators here. Well, whatever. I don't care. Spam my chat. See if I give a shit. Ooh! Ooh! That was rough. That was not what I intended. Okay, let's do this correctly. Well, correctly, incorrectly. Bro just starts spinning. I will be honest, I used to really like this level as a kid. I just thought it was cool. You know, the Great Wall. How does one leave? Maybe I should have gotten here the normal way. But you know, lately, especially after the ice storm, the weather has gotten really nice around here. We're basically in Texas spring, which is my favorite season. Ironically enough, growing up in Pennsylvania, I actually hated spring because it was like, everything was like wet and sticky and gross. But Texas spring, it's so mild. The weather is delightful. The only real downside is that the bugs start coming out again. I saw an ant the other day and I was not happy about it. So like, but generally speaking, like the temperature is so nice. It's usually like mid to high 60s, 70s, sometimes even 80. But it's like a pleasant 80, so I can't complain. And really, like, it's fucking February and it's already like that. Like, Texas is just so wild when it comes to its weather. There we go. Really excited to make a nice lunch, too. I don't know what I want. I, rewatched Black Phone and Black Phone 2 the other day. So I think Black Phone 1 is a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed its horror. Where the fuck did that... He can climb walls? Oh, I see. I don't think I can get up there organically. Nope. Oh well. Black Phone 1 is good. It's, you know, about a child predator killer, and a child gets predatored and doesn't get killed. You know, uses, like, the supernatural power of both his sister and the phone that talks to ghosts. Oops. Black Phone 2 felt kind of silly. It tries to, like... I feel like it tries to explain things that I just simply didn't care to have explained to me. Easy. I used to think the spaceships were really hard. Yeah, like Black Phone 2, it was a lot gorier. Didn't feel nearly as like scary of a scenario. It was kind of like getting haunted in your dreams, like Freddy Krueger style. Which is like, you know, that's fun. It's fun in itself, all of that good stuff. But like, it just wasn't. It wasn't what I wanted from a sequel. I had envisioned my sequel. Maybe it was a little bit stereotypical, but like, oh, Crumbling Castle, just like King Gizzard. Go catch Spectre. This place is fucking awesome. I love this song. I had envisioned a sequel being more about like the trauma that the protagonist faced after getting kidnapped. You know, it had been implied that the original killer had been somebody who was also a victim of abuse. And that's kind of like why he was the way he was. So I was wondering if they were ever going to like delve into that a little bit more. You know, kind of like the psychological implications of having been, you know, like kidnapped as a child and preyed upon like that, and how that can affect your psyche, especially in the 80s where you probably didn't get therapy for it, and the movie does in fact take place in the 80s. So that is not what the sequel was about at all. And so I guess I had kind of hyped myself up. God, the tracks. It's so good when the track goes back, like, in and out. Okay. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So I had thought that that's what the sequel could be about, potentially. It seemed like a natural progression for the character to kind of study where he's at now, like years later. He's kind of fallen into these, like, kind of abusive trends just because he was a victim of abuse himself. You know, but it did not go that way. It was kind of way more supernatural than I was expecting. It had some, like, insane ragdolling where, like, people would, like, basically blood explode. Just really, it wasn't a bad movie, necessarily. It was just not... It wasn't really what I was hoping for. So I kind of tuned out at a certain point. I had stopped really paying attention. But, like, it's fine, you know? It was a movie. But I definitely think the first one was better. And it's always a shame whenever that happens. Oh my god. Look at that bird. That is beautiful. Wow. God, I love PS1. Oh. Speaking of King Gizzard, I have to see what their 2026 tour of the US is going to look like. Because if they are stopping in Dallas or Fort Worth at any point, you know my ass is on it. I have been meaning to see Giz live for years. And I have just been like, so... I don't do the things that I say I'm going to do. You know, I'm going to do this year, I'm going to do that this year, and then I don't fucking do it. So I want to change 2026, the year of change for me, where I do in fact go to the live shows that I say I'm going to go to. And I do in fact gender how I want to gender and all of these good things. Alright, where's that monkey? Where's that freaking monkey, bro? There we go. I think there's a boss fight in this level. And that might be a good place to stop because I know I have about a half an hour left of when I said I was going to stop playing. Stop at around noonish. What the fuck? I clipped completely through. I have never seen that happen before. Oy, 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 oy. Alright, don't do it again. Ooh. Okay, just get out of the zone. Monkey. Yeah, there's no limit to the amount of monkeys I can get, so I can just catch whoever I need to open the door. I know I'm typically a 1-hour streamer. Oh. A treasure. A treasure for me. Nice. Okay. Now I should be able to go into the regular castle. Oh. I would like to get in the habit, like, because I know I talked about this last time, to, like, start streaming more. Obviously, it wouldn't be on Wednesdays typically, because I do work these days, on a normal day. Can you knock him down? I think I can't get him. This guy's fucking sick. I would like to get in the habit of streaming in the morning more. I mean, I do stream in the morning, like, all the time. I would like to get in the habit of streaming in the morning and then being able to, like, go to the gym and enjoy my day and that sort of thing. So that might be in the cards, if I can just, you know, wake up a little bit earlier. I do wake up pretty early already. But that would be my general schedule, is, like, you know, stream in the morning for a couple of hours, hit the gym, walk the dog, get some lunch. I would actually, I know this is like, this is everybody's dream. I would love to be able to do this full time if I could actually focus on it. Because, so part of the problem I've been having with, like, gender identity stuff is so, here's my whole history. Here's my whole freaking history. So I was assigned female at birth, and then I transitioned for about 10 years. And then I detransitioned for about 3 years now. Oh my god, the guillotine? And now, of course, in my fucking huge, wise mind, I'm like, actually, I didn't mind living male. Like, I actually think I might enjoy that again. And so that's kind of where, like, I've been identifying for the last, like, week as bi-gender. Because I don't necessarily mind getting she-heard, nor do I mind getting he-himmed. But I do understand that, like, if I grow my beard out and that sort of thing, like, I'm going to get he-himmed more often than she-heard. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh my god, just get the coin, bro. Not fucking Spectre's bouncy machine. Of course, that just, like, fucked everything up. So, you know, but it's created this problem with my work where, so just because of the fact that I am, you know, somebody presenting feminine, with a deep voice, they assumed that I was a trans woman. And I never really dissuaded them from believing that because it didn't really matter. Alright, fucking Dark Souls ass bitch. Oof, he swings. Okay, so if I try to hit him, he swings at me. Understood. Cool. Nice. So now that I'm considering basically retransitioning, it creates a whole lot of questions for my people at work to have. And I'm just like, man, I wish you were woke. I wish your brain was as big as mine, bro. Like, but like for real, like it's just annoying that like I have to explain myself and my situation, and it's like I really wish people were just kind of more accepting of the idea that like people just change and that's fine, you know. And oh god, oh god, oh god. Scary. Oh, hey monkey. I know I need the fucking thing, but so it's like if I had a job that didn't require me to be like a front-facing person seeing the same coworkers every single day and blah blah blah. Like I would just feel happier. But I know doing something like this full-time is not really feasible for like a kind of nobody like me. Hey guy. The way these little fuckers got guns and they don't use them. Oh, I see. Well, we can just skip this puzzle, can't we? Oh, I guess not. Jesus. There we go. Okay, here's one. This is so brutal for no reason. Here, I can do it. I don't need to do the puzzle. Fuck that shit, man. But yeah, just kind of like a woe is me, like, this is going to be such a pain in the ass to explain and deal with. I've been talking about it at therapy a lot, and my therapist is, of course, just like, just go for it. Just do what you want to do. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. But, like, oh my god. Like, I've been through this before. I've been through this gender freak shit before. And it's so fucking annoying. And I do mean gender freak positive, of course. But, like, it's just so fucking annoying dealing with people who don't know what they're talking about, or, like, think that they know things, and it's just like, ugh. You know, people want to assume things about you, and if you don't meet the expectations that they have for you, then they get pissy with you, you know, like, stuff like that. Like, I know how this goes. It's not my first fucking rodeo. Do I want to jump down here? Let's see. I'd love a cookie. Not gonna lie, I'd love a cookie real bad right now. Okay, the only thing in here is the Spectre coin. Oh, okay. Well, just, you know, fall. Whatever. Don't. Jesus! Holy shit. Okay, we'll just go. We'll just keep going. Song is a banger. Aw, the little rat. Alright, this is where the knight was. I do get lost in this place quite often. Oh, a monkey. A monkey. Right. No, not this shit again. The way they put a cookie jar there. It kind of defeats the purpose that you can just skip it. It's like they didn't make the current hard enough to, like, fight. Like, the fact that I can just fight the current. Okay. The fuck is this? Like a little secret window. Alright, please don't be a circle. Please. Alright, this is a dead end. And that's where the night comes from. So it is a circle. That's what I've learned. This is a circle. Great. And here's the secret door. Cool. Welp. Where does one go from here is the question. I guess I opened this so I can go back in here. I don't know what good that's gonna do me though. Oh, I've also gotten really into writing lately. Writing has been one of my preferred creative outlets over drawing, which is crazy, because drawing's all I've ever done. Oh my god, if I'm literally stuck in like an infinite time loop, I'm just gonna stop early. Like, I would sooner look up a map off stream than sit here and flounder with this for like a second longer. But I won't give up quite yet. Oh yeah, something I also wanted to do is I wanted to get I need to get my hair cut, and I literally wanted to get a perm to go for like that like curly 80s sort of. I don't know why I'm in such an 80s mood, but I guess I'm in an 80s mood. But if I could go for that, like, that big hair with like a mullet, I think I'd look fucking awesome. I'd probably look like my dad, to be honest. Whatever he looked like in the 80s. But hey. Ow. Okay, here's the guillotine room. What am I missing? What is your green? My name is Green. Oh, the torture chamber. Do they have multiple guillotines? Ugh. Okay. Guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna freaking do? I'm gonna save state here, and I'm gonna come back next time because I want to get some fucking lunch and walk my dog. So, thanks to anybody who showed up. Just a nice little Wednesday morning stream. I won't do this often. Pretty much anytime I have a Wednesday off, which is not common. So don't expect it. Don't ever expect me. I'll just show up when I want to. Anyway.